Good morning, honey.
Good morning.
Welcome to It's Beautiful Day.
Well, it would be beautiful, and it will be in a minute, but I am very mad at neurotypicals.
Right, because?
They don't speak well.
Well, it's because they don't speak
I have to
directly.
learn to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't neurotypicals? Because that is some uncleared language.
Right. And who were you just listening to?
Kaylin.
Okay, and this is
From
on...
Love on the Spectrum. She's super cool, and she's educating me on my own autism.
Right. And it's quite funny.
And how neurotypicals work.
You know what? And also, too, I called you a
Yeah.
guppy because you are a bit like a goldfish and we go round and round. We forget these things all the time. We have this conversation all the time, to be honest.
Do we?
We do, because it's about direct or literalness.
Well, I don't remember them because I think that I'm always right. That's the problem.
Okay, sure.
Okay, in autism, guys, there is an egotistical side of us.
Yeah.
But not in a way of being spiteful to other people. It's just, I'm in here.
Sure.
But I don't understand these indirect communication styles.
So what was the example?
Why would I understand them?
Sure, but what was the examples
Well,
given?
the first one was, right, get this,
Yeah.
right? Someone says to Kaylin, but she's playing the two people.
Yeah.
But someone says to Kaylin, oh, those bickies look nice. Now, I've had people come to my house and say that, and I'm like, oh, yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, but really what the intent
But
is...
Kaylin said what they really mean is, I'd like a cookie.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Because it's
how
indirect
did you
language.
get that from that?
Yeah.
So I've been telling people all these years,
Yeah.
when they come into my house for
Yeah.
coffee,
How lovely those
oh,
biscuits
yeah,
are.
those biscuits are lovely.
But not offering them one.
No.
What were some of the other examples?
Oh.
It's funny because you do this
It's not
every day.
funny for the person that didn't get a cookie.
Well, I feel that way because I have this every day
I'm
with you in our
sorry.
communications, to be honest. So another example was like the Chinese store and someone said,
Oh, yeah. She says, well, a friend says to her, but she plays the friend. So, the Chinese restaurant up the street is 5-star. And apparently, to neurotypicals, what they're really saying is, can you come try the Chinese restaurant with me?
Yeah, so let's arrange a date and let's go
Whereas me,
eat.
I'd say, oh, that's nice. Thanks for letting me know. I might get Sir to go with me one day.
Yes.
Thanks for letting me know.
So
I
you
like
missed-
Chinese.
you missed the
I
cue.
might try them out.
Right.
Yeah, they're actually asking me to go with... How do I know this?
Yes, because they're not being direct.
No.
And you take things
How do you
literally.
know? No, but how do you know it means that?
Social communication styles. It is very confusing. And if you can't socially communicate...
Say to me, I want to go to the Chinese restaurant up the street. Cool. I love Chinese. Let's go.
So why do people not do that? Probably because they don't
Why?
want to be maybe rejected. Maybe they don't want you to say, oh no, I don't want to do that.
I would never do it in an impolite way.
Well, let's have a look at the example. Gee, those cookies look really great. They smell fantastic. And you go,
Yeah, I baked them yesterday. They're really good.
right.
I'm feeling guilt right now.
Yes.
So they want a cookie, right?
They want a cookie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I need to remember this. I might have to write a note on my cookie jar.
Okay, what would the note on the cookie jar say, by the way?
Just a few examples of these sayings.
Right.
So I can look at it and go, they said this.
So do you have to then...
Do you want a cookie?
So this is the exhaustion of communication because you have to actually
Very exhausting.
interpret all intent behind the
I
communication.
never know intent, apparently.
So in that statement, gee, those cookies smell nice, or gee, those cookies look really nice.
Ask for a cookie. Say, may I please have a cookie? Yes, you may.
There you go.
Easy.
So the onus is on the other person to be
Why
direct
would I say, no, you cannot have a cookie?
and clearly communicate. And that's really the onus part because
There was another example. That was
what was
even
it?
more.
What was the other example?
So
Do
the
you
other
remember?
example,
Yeah.
Kaylin playing the other person. I was thinking of having some friends over on Saturday night, and I would have said,
Yes.
"That's nice."
Yeah. And what was the intent
Thinking,
behind that?
why are you telling me?
Yeah. Why are you telling me this?
Well, apparently it means like, what did it mean actually?
It was asking for permission. Would it be okay
Oh,
for
they
me?
asked for permission. I don't.
And did you want perhaps join in and participate? So, is it okay for me to have friends over? Would you like to come over as well?
So, permission. Okay. Well, then I would have said, well, okay, that's okay, but don't expect much of me. I'm not really a party person. Although, if I know everyone, I'm the life of the party.
Yeah.
But if I don't know everyone, then I might come and go from the room. But I also, even if I know everyone and love everyone,
Yeah.
like, I'd have to take breaks.
But as a partner
I'd have
of a
to
person
disappear.
with
And people
autism,
go, where have you been? And it's like, nowhere.
oh, yeah. So as I'm saying, as a partner of a person with autism, we've learned to adapt.
Apparently you said I do this all the time.
You do. And I've had to learn to go, oh, that's right. I'm not being specific. I'm not communicating directly and clearly of my intents of what the purpose of the communication is, of what I'm actually wanting to do.
Everybody tell me your intentions helps a lot.
But that's the thing, is sometimes it's suggestive, because sometimes we're not trying to manipulate the person into making that decision. We're trying to get there okay and do it in a gentle or subtle sort of
I'm
way.
always going to be honest.
Yeah. And that could be like, gee, it's so hot outside today. Now, what could that possibly mean?
It's hot outside.
Right. Whereas for me, it
What
might
does
be,
it mean then?
in our context, predominantly, I might use that to go, it's a really good time for us to think about going for a swim and planning on doing that.
Putting swimming in that.
No, but what do you normally do with hot weather? You look at things that you do in hot weather activities to cool down, to remain cool, to enjoy the hot summer weather.
Turn the aircon up.
Right. So you probably say, oh, I better keep an eye on the air conditioning. I'm going,
I would probably turn
you
it
would,
up.
you'd say that.
It's a cooler.
Exactly.
Oh, come on.
But this is how
No,
it...
you know what? I'm deciding.
Yeah.
We are the real first humans.
Right.
And neurotypicals came after us.
Yes.
And they messed up the English language.
Well, I think the English language is messed up already. And
Now,
people who are not
Animal Farm
direct...
was a real problem
George
when I
Orwell.
read that,
Yeah.
Because I had an argument with my English teacher for half an hour.
You did, actually. The
'Cause
English
he
literature
said it's about
teacher.
animals and not about animals.
You said it's about animals.
politics. And
It's
I
all
said,
about politics.
No.
All
I'm
animals
thinking,
are
what
equal. Some
drugs are
animals are
you
more equal
on?
than others.
The whole book, it never said that about animals.
Sure. But you only saw it as a book about
Animal
animals. It's a farm
story.
story. Come on, it's called it in the
Good
name.
story.
Animal Farm.
It's a good story.
Yeah.
Animals.
Otherwise, it would have been called a indoctrination of the
essay-
political nature of the Russian communism society. But it wasn't.
My essay, I think you only gave me a D because you felt sorry for me. But basically...
Because you put some words down on the page.
That's because I went to purity class.
Okay, with him.
He was running it
Oh, okay. So he felt, I should at least give you something for trying,
Yeah.
for being here.
because I'm good.
So you got an attendance mark, basically, for
Yeah.
turning up, but not
But
getting it.
basically,
Mm.
that book was very deceptive.
Mm-hmm.
So all teenagers out there, and tell your teenager if they have to read, the book is called actually
Animal
what?
Farm.
Animal Farm.
Yep, George
If
Orwell.
they have to read that,
Mm-hmm.
and they're on the spectrum,
Mm-hmm.
please explain.
Yeah.
Please explain, because especially when you're dyslexic and it takes you a long time to read it.
Oh, yeah.
You finally read it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you do your essay, and then they say that,
Mm-hmm.
and you just go, why didn't someone let me in that it's an analogy,
Analogy.
or something?
Indeed. So if I say
I
to
didn't
you,
even know about analogies back then. 'Cause I was
I'm
a teenager,
feeling hungry
15.
now.
What?
If I say to you, I'm feeling hungry, really hungry, I emphasize that.
I'd be
Whew.
like, well, go get yourself something to eat. What's your problem? Why are you telling me?
Yeah, it's like you'd probably say, well,
I
there's
sound
something
like
in
a
the fridge,
terrible
there's something in the
person
cupboard.
right
My intent's
now.
probably to say, well, wouldn't it be nice to go out and go to a restaurant or have some takeaway?
What?
Yeah.
That's what you get from that.
Yeah. Well, I'm feeling hungry. Food, orientation.
But that's your problem.
Of course, it's all my problem.
Self-responsibility.
Absolutely. And that's communication. It is self-responsibility. And to also be aware if the other person
I
is
say things
understanding,
with me.
comprehending.
When I can't get up and do things for myself because I'm not well, can I please have this? I say to you.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that to me?
But you also have...
Is that like a child?
But you also have interoception where you don't know your internal states. So I
Mum,
say
you
to
get the
you,
food for me.
oh,
Yeah.
look, you're actually in pain because you're doing another action.
Yeah, guys, I don't.
I have to learn your
I don't
indirect
eat
language,
and drink properly.
body
Like
language.
when I was 9 and 10, that happened. They realised that I had interoception problems to the point where I wasn't eating and drinking.
Mm,
So I have to be prompted.
yeah.
So
But that's because
never
you're
think
unaware.
that because I can speak well, that's why it's an autism spectrum.
Mhm.
Because even us so-called high functioning, we're not.
Hmm.
It looks like we are, but we need a lot of work because we're stubborn. We're even worse to deal with because, you know, when someone tells us what we need, we get upset, but we do need to be told because we just don't think.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't think of, oh, I haven't had a drink in like 4 hours, I better drink, or I haven't eaten and it's 3 p.m. I better have
some things are very non-verbal as well. So sometimes the examples that Kaylin gave you was actually probably saying
like this, time.
in
Apparently that means time.
Well, just like in a doctor's appointment, when the doctor stands up, what do?
It took me 30-something years to realise that. But yeah.
But the end of the appointment's there and you now need to wrap up and go.
Why, when you first go to the doctors
Yep.
and you become an adult, why do they tell you that?
Sure. So that's non-verbal. So here's another example. And okay, I got my fishing gear out the other day and I'm going through on the bed and I brought it into the room and I'm going through the tackle. What did that really mean?
You're cleaning your fishing stuff.
Okay,
next time you go.
I want to go. Yeah, I want to go. I want to go fishing. Would you be interested in going? Would you like to go? Would you, take that cue to think, oh, that'd be cool?
That's a stretch.
Okay, but just like a doctor standing up at the end of an appointment.
Well, that's a stretch.
Because you've been there for 45 minutes already. It's like, yeah,
stretch.
The literalness around here. All right, well, there you go. Next time I ask for cookies, we'll say, but they look nice, they smell good.
I will forget, but
you will.
I will try and remember. Those cookies look good. Make
Offer
yourself.
The cookies.
Give them a cookie.
Bye.
Bye, guys.